Danny Ward will have said to his players, let's just go out there, let's throw the ball around, let's play the same way we played all year. Obviously, there will be a different mentality in terms of defence because Widnes will throw stuff at them.
Well, Liam Moore, the match referee tonight, blows the whistle and we are underway here at the Halton Stadium. Widnes know they've got only 3 home games in the qualifiers. They're without an away win all year. They have London tonight, then they face Leeds and Halifax here. Hulkingston Rovers, Salford, Toronto and Toulouse all away. They've got some air miles to gather on their route, they hope, back into Super League next year. This a vital 80 minutes for them, and just as vital, to be fair, for the London Broncos. Ambitious club. They're in Super League themselves not too long ago and would love to get back there. And this is their golden opportunity. Here comes Aaron Jeremiah for the Widnes Vikings. 99th Widnes appearance, and he will retire at the end of the season. Doesn't want to go out with a team in the championship. It's Mellor's high kick downfield. And it's the first chance now for London to try and do something. That's a great chase by the Widnes defence.
He's an exciting fullback, Alex Mellor. Watch when he returns the ball. He's brave under the high ball, but a real threat when he returns. The back 3 for London in Rhys Williams, Kieran Dixon, all top-class performers.
Hold, Aaron. Hold.
And here they come. The ball being driven in pretty effectively there by Eddie Batty. He's involved in his 4th consecutive qualifying campaign. Elwar Pelissier is the dummy half. He is a real star. There's Peferangi. He gets it away to Cunningham. Cunningham gets it wide to the fullback Walker. And Walker, he's grounded on tackle number 5, 10 metres inside the Widnes half. The kicking tonight will have to be good from London. This goes straight up in the air. Pelissier's after it. Pelissier pats the ball down. Was it knocked on by a Widnes hand? No, it wasn't, but London have got the ball back. This is a great chance for them. Moving the ball about as they do. This is Pelissier, and he gets it away to Hindmarsh. Hindmarsh then finds Halliwell out the back door to Kieran Dixon. Dixon fly hacks the ball forward. Was that touched? No, it might have been touched, but it was ball playing the man rather than the other way round. And that's the turnover. And Danny Ward's got a big smile on his face. He's had it ever since he arrived.
I think you've seen the reason here why London have scored the tries they have so far this season. Look at the way they've stretched their opponents. Big passes out to the left-hand side, keeping the ball alive, stretching the defenders, making them move from side to side and cover every single gap.
And you only have to look at the wingers, the amount of tries that they've scored. They've scored 46 between them. They shift the ball from one side to the other. They are very good. They're big. They like to back themselves. And they just need to keep this performance going because they're really matching Widnes up front in the early stages.
They are, but it's very early stages, inside the first 3 minutes. And that was Jeremiah at dummy half. He got the ball away, and it's Christine who will play the ball here, and Chris Houston goes down tackle number 5. So good defensive set now from London to match that from the Widnes Vikings. First kick of the night from Liam Finn. Good kick too, but into the shadows, and the easy for Kieran Dixon.
Eddie Batty doing a decent job of trying to slow the run down on Widnes. Every time they're looking to get to the feet with some of the big charges, he's really taking control, the number 15 for London.
Pelissier, I think, is a key cog, so too this man Rhys Williams.
Well, they've both got a lot of experience, haven't they, at the top level. And with this man as well, Elliot Keir.
Yes, 23 Welsh caps for Elliot Keir. Trying 2 of the qualifiers that they played in last year. Here is Pelissier, gets it away to Cunningham. It's James Cunningham. Solid enough run from him. But again, Widnes defence restricts the Broncos to territory halfway inside their own half. Kick was a little hurried. And so Ollie Ashall-Bolt will bring it back, and he's got electrifying pace, this young man. Crowd get on the feet immediately against the ball.
This lad has got a massive future, not scared of anything. Ashall-Bolt.
Charlie Runciman's waiting for the pass out wide from Matt Whitley. Matt Whitley got a bit of a clout as he released that ball as well. Here now is Harrison Hansen.
There's a lot of push every time the Widnes man's carrying the ball and going at the London line. We've got an awful lot of support.
Hanson's playing his 4th qualifying campaign for a 3rd club. Houston, though, back in the side after missing the last 2 matches. They're midway inside the London half. Here is Liam Finn, Director of Operations, finds Joe Mellor. Mellor hangs onto the ball, goes inside Ben Helliwell, he thought, but Helliwell got back and brought him down. This is the last one here. Finn, off the outside of the boot, just a lovely little kick, delicate kick, picked up by Krishnan Inu. He gets it away to Hiraki. Well, Hiraki tries to bump one defender off, he succeeds in that. Cunningham, though, is there with Pitts. And down he goes. But they're trying to keep the ball alive, Widnes. It's the turnover.
Well, good defence from Jay Pitts, but what about the run here from Ashall Bott? 10 metres from his line, he comes up with the break, gets between 2 London players, looks to attack straight away, and just trying to play off some good, quick play the balls, and because of that run, this is where they now are.
And we saw at the back end of the set the role that Liam Finn will take over for the Widnes Vikings. He'll have that composed outlook. He'll be thinking 1 or 2 plays ahead. And on last tackle, he'll take control, and it was a beautifully delicate kick that almost had an opportunity for Widnes.
Oh, good rugby. Look at that, shifting the ball inside the 120. They really do want to stretch Widnes, not just in what you'd say traditional attacking part of the field, Eddie. They're going to test the Vikings tonight.
There's Peferangi again, and he gets the ball away. Last defeat for London in Toronto, 12 points to 32, way back on the 9th of June. And good spirits. Cunningham with a kick to the corner, but Ashall Bott is after that. And he picks it up 10 metres from his own line. Puts it away to Runciman. Runciman with a little fumble, but hangs on. Vital that Widnes do that. Well, vital that they hang on to the ball. Here is Whitley.
Well, they look to link up as much at the back as they can. The wingers will drop back, link up with the full-back. There's Pat Arban with a strong carry, gets through the line. Again, look, it's that man Batty controlling the play of the ball speed.
Gil Dodson takes Widnes over halfway. 4 tackles gone. And it's Herremeyer again at dummy half with a scampering run. They're looking for something down this right. Oh, this come up for Vantu. A nice bounce, but then he couldn't get it away. Or he did get it away, but Inu couldn't take the pass in.
Well, he just switched off then, Krishnan Inu. Pat Arban. When the ball bounces off the floor, he runs between the 2 defenders, and then there's space out wide towards the touchline. And he just can't take that in. Probably just the full-back to beat them, Walker. But he catches this, there's space out wide. That's the last line of defence. Only got the 1 man at the back then.
If you could master a bouncing ball, my God, you'd be some player. It does strange things to rugby league players. A bouncing ball, people almost freeze and stop still, waiting to see which way, which angle it's going to bounce at. Widnes nearly picked it up.
Krishnan Inu couldn't hang on to the ball. He got a try in the last Super League win here against Salford on March the 22nd. So back they come again. The Broncos. Andrew Henderson's departure for Warrington didn't have a demoralising effect, as some people predicted. Danny Ward has picked up the reins, and they are arriving here on the back of their biggest ever away win, 72-6 at Barrow, to edge Toulouse out of 2nd place in the table, the final table. That's why they are here tonight. As Peferangi gets the ball away to Batty once again. That's a big hit on Batty. They recover well, though. Drives the ball back in. His game is Eddie Batty. 4th consecutive qualifying campaign for him as well. He's been across the ground many, many times. This is Cunningham spreading it out wide. Walker, the fullback, chiming in. Scottish international Alex Walker goes down, tackle number 5. 28, maybe 30 metres away. Cunningham, right-footed kick underneath the sticks. Runciman takes control of the situation.
I said London would be disappointed there. An attacking kick, you might only get 5 or 10 in a match, and they weren't able to challenge or put their opponents under any pressure. Too easy that catch for Widnes.
Whitley going nowhere, 2 men around him. It was Liam Finn who was in at dummy half. His debut 2 weeks ago against Castleford. Liam Finn, and he is again. Here is Houston.
He's a big man, isn't he? Number 26, Daniel Hindmarsh. Time from London Scholars, still can qualify for playing for the academy. Good youngster, another player that's found down in London in the capital. Either coach Danny Ward.
There he is. Hindmarsh, who was 20 years of age yesterday. Oof, Mellor was taken. by the fullback, but still he managed to find touch. It was by Elliot Keir, actually.
Well, you find an awful lot of defenders, they won't just sit back, they'll look to put pressure from the inside onto Joe Mellor.
It wasn't Elliot Keir, it was Elwar Pelissier.
Well, that's what Pelissier can do, and he gets off the line, he likes to get in your face.
Here we go, boys.
Slight change in the video referee policy for these qualifiers, in that the video referee will only come in and advise the referee if it's an action that warrants a sin bin or a dismissal. So even if he thinks that is foul play, or he probably leads with his shoulder and probably a shoulder charge, it's being missed by the on-field officials, so therefore the video referee will not come in on a play like that.
So just to explain that, who decides if it's a sin bin or a sending off? The video referee?
The video referee will only come in if he recommends to the referee that it warrants a sin bin or a send-off.
And is that just the qualifiers, Stuart, or the Super 8s as well?
All the Super 8s and the qualifiers from now into the end of the season.
Elliot Keir was the man who played the ball. Here is this man Batty once again. Just over the halfway line. He'll play it to the French international Pelissier. He goes down the short side. Jay Pitts got through the first couple of tacklers and stumbled almost into the third man in. Here goes Pelissier again. That was knocked on, I think, by Widnes. This will be a zero tackle call by the referee. So this is a free play. And Peferangi steps through a couple.
First knock on.
The referee will bring him back, though, for the first knock on.
Elwar Pelissier jumped out. He was looking for a straight runner. And there you go. It's the front row, Ben Evans, who puts himself in the right place, but there's a Widnes hand who just gets involved. Chris Houston, I think it was.
Yes, it was.
Look at the dangerous side, you just think that all that man needs is field position, speedy rucks, and they're going to cause Widnes some problems. They do favour attacking over on the left-hand side.
I don't think he stopped smiling since he stepped off the bus.
That's all he does, and I think that's the bond that he has with these players. He allows them to express themselves. He's not long finished playing and been an assistant with the club. Had probably the experience of coaching a lot of these players at under-19s level as well, so the bond is very strong between him and these players.
This is an opportunity for them here. 2 tackles gone, they're 10 metres away. Once again it's with Batty, and he looks and he finds Peferangi, who finds Cunningham, who drops the shoulder, gets the ball out wide. Chances here, and almost the first try of the evening for Alex Walker, but he's held up.
Well, there was enough black and white shirts that came across, but I think it was the effort from Joe Mellor. Look at this, Widnes plays flying out the line. Ashall Bott missing, but it's that effort from Joe Mellor that just prevents him from going over the try line. And again, they really are chancing their arm here.
Batty once again, he's seen plenty of the ball. He's very early.
He's been outstanding him.
Pelissier 9 metres away. Back it comes again to Cunningham. Cunningham then finds Peferangi, and he gets that ball away to Hindmarsh. His debut year with the Broncos. Peferangi again takes that well, bounces off 2, almost goes through 3. Harrison Hannos caught the rescue, got the knock on out of him as well.
Good defence again from Widnes. You see the celebration from the players. They recognise him. Francis Cummins. There's the knock on. Francis Cummins will have been speaking to his side all week and saying, look, this team have absolutely nothing to fear. They have everything to gain, so let's expect the unexpected and front up when we need to defend our try line.
The Widnes fans are annoyed. They're thinking London offside, but I think it was almost a fake, a dummy to play the ball to try and trap them, and the referee, well, he just waved it out and not having that.
Ashall Bott again, only his 6th appearance of the year. Here's Krishnan Inu. He's played in the last 6, but he had 11 out. This is a good run from Mellor.
That's a run that they needed as well to get out of trouble.
And so now they come forward with venom, they hope, as Whitley feeds Runciman on this left wing. Ferangi in quickly. And the ball comes free, and it is a ball steal, according to touch judge and referee.
They feel that they need to be up here, they need that pressure. They've been under pressure up near their own line. And Charlie Runciman, they're saying that that ball strips, so they get another penalty here.
And it's the first penalty of the game after 14 minutes, with non-stop. chance though for Widnes. They have another set here. And here is Gil Dodson. 20 metres out. Jeremiah waits at dummy half. Gives it to Finn. Finn then, good hands. This is Whitley. Whitley gets it to Runciman. Oh, I don't know whether he's got this down. Not 100% sure, and I don't think the referee is either. Runciman, though, Widnes celebrate. They've no try on the field. I thought it might have come out of his grasp. The pictures will tell no lies. Stuart?
Well, they're looking for obstruction, touch and grounding. So plenty to go out here. Feeling on the field is that it's no try, as given both by the referee and advised by the touch judge. So looking for any obstruction in the line here. Well, I think that's he's got that clear behind the runner in front. There is some contact in the line, so they'll be concerned about that, contact in the defensive line in front of the player. So that might be enough for Robert Hicks to chalk this one off. The obstruction and not even get to the ground.
So this will be a no-try decision. Robert Hicks, the video referee, backing up the on-field call of Liam Moore.
The obstruction was on Ben Hallowell, the London Broncos centre, the number 3. He bites in at the dummy runner. The dummy runner was in the way of that defender, but there was some wonderful work done from Liam Finn. Can't quite see it on your TV screens. We're here live. I can see the pointing, the pushing, the communication from Liam Finn. He's orchestrating everything.
Well, he's the experienced hand at half-back that they've needed all year, Liam Finn. So he won't be here next year. He's agreed a deal to go to Newcastle Thunder for 2019, which is a statement of intent in the northeast.
As well as coaching at Wakefield. He's going to be a busy lad next year.
He is. Pelissier, as Evans played the ball to him.
Nice feet, hasn't he? Pafarangi there, he steps, got trapped before with it, but...
Now Hindmarsh. We get to tackle number 5, midway inside the Widnes half of the field. Pafarangi again. This is a better kick across the face of play. Well claimed. Ollie Ashelbach took that like an experienced veteran.
Well, he's not the biggest, but he's quite explosive. You can just see how high he gets there when he leaps from the ground. Doesn't take his eyes off catching that ball. Tender in years, but a lot of experience in his mind.
Runciman trying to battle his way upfield for the Vikings. Goes down though, tackle number 3. Here is Houston again. Not yet up to halfway. Widnes, 16 straight defeats in a row, remember.
A lot of pressure on Liam Finn here. All the London players can see him directing the troops around him, the players the way he wants them to play, pushing them into holes.
They've done well there to trap him and tackle him, because they've got periods of the match where he's not caught in possession.
Kick out wide looking for Arvan. Arvan following up the kick and did well to bring Rhys Williams to ground. 24 tries. Rhys Williams, top try scorer for the Broncos.
Need decent line speed on that man as well, Kieran Dixon. Got good footwork at the line, can really explode through that gap. Again, it's that man Batty. He was high on the tip sheet from Widnes. He's offloads, he plays before the line, at the line.
But he's lost the ball here.
Yeah. Well, you look at him, with the opening 17 minutes, he's been London's best player.
8 years at Sheffield he had, did Eddie Batty.
He certainly mixes his game up. He doesn't just run into the line and just carries the ball and gets up and plays it. He actually looks to play.
He's put a lot of work in early as well, hasn't he? 17, almost 18 minutes on the clock.
Okay then, lads, come on.
Danny Ward might be thinking about rotating him, changing up the rhythm and the look of this team. They've got big Tom Spencer, and of course, people who watched Jared Samet play at Bradford and Celtic Crusaders will know just what a threat he is to any game.
Krishnan Inu. Don't forget, this is the first of the qualifiers. Tomorrow night we have the first of the Super 8s. And it's Wigan against Castleford, second against third, live from the DW Stadium at 7:30 on Sky Sports Action. And on Saturday, back to the qualifiers for Leeds against Toulouse, the fallen champions against the French team. 3:10 Sky Sports Action.
Charlie Gubb's on that here, real crowd favourite already. Only played one game. The excitement was right up there.
This is Harrison Hansen.
This is his debut, sorry, should I say.
Jeremiah finds Liam Finn. Finn drops it off. Here he goes. Charlie Gubb once again. The deal to Lee fell through, so he arrived here in Widnes. This is Liam Finn, gets it away to Mellor. And Mellor is tackled on his feet. The referee calls held, so it's a turnover. But not a bad place for Widnes to turn it over, right on the London Broncos try line.
Well, just testing the honesty. London, enough numbers there though then to come up with that play. Charlie Gubb come up with 2 carries in that last set of 6, so he's definitely on the field and he wants to make that impact.
Well, this is the first chance for Widnes to try and trap London. We've gone end to end, haven't we? Both teams have made 40-50 metres with the set of possession. But 2 gone here, 2 slow play the balls, and have Widnes got any intensity here now in the defence? Well, that's a run by Pelissier that gets him into trouble.
Yes, that was a good run from him. Made 15 metres there, Pelissier, before he's pulled down. And they're almost up to halfway. Good work from London from their own try line. Almost made 50 metres in 4 tackles. A couple more to come. Ferangi here. Puts the brakes on and goes back from whence he came. Lateral run. And then gets the ball away to Jay Pitts. Pitts with the offload, and was that a little knock on by Widnes? It was. I think Wella Haraki didn't get down quite quick enough.
Well, Ferangi, the number 6, trying to calm everyone down. He's certainly a runner, likes to run, take on the defensive line. And Wella Haraki, as he looks to bring that ball in and pull it back towards him, it unfortunately goes forward.
Well, they're up for the challenge, London. There's no doubt about that. 158 tries scored. Same number as Toronto. Toronto finished 8 points clear of the field. 907 points scored by the Broncos. Toronto 866 points scored. So they know how to get across the line. They know how to kick goals, the team in red. And here he is again, Ferangi. Halliwell was waiting for Walker's pass that never came. 25 metres away, Kieran Dixon fires the pass to the standoff once again. Matt Davis hangs on. Play the ball. Ione gets it away to Ferangi, and Pitts 10 metres away. Tackle number 4 called by the referee Liam Moore. Pelissier. Ione again.
He can make a difference, can he, Matt? Ioane, number 10.
Hold.
Keeping on as the secret weapon close to the line. They're trying to crash over, and I do.
Good defence low down. Ben Evans saw the white line and thought perhaps this was the moment.
Well, they're creating an awful lot of momentum, aren't they? Whether it's the likes of Ferangi who's going across the line, or the forwards just carting the ball up off the ruck. And again, you look at the line speed that they've got in defence, working very hard for each other on the little things that you need to concentrate on, and how tight they are as well. They know that Widnes aren't going to shift the ball out wide.
Mellor gets it away to Ashall Bott again. London now being big in defence. Arvan for Widnes.
4, move, back up.
The back 3 doing an awful lot of work here for Widnes.
There's an offload. Charlie Gubb threw it back. Ferangi.
Big chance then for London. Whitley with an important tackle. Dixon 20 metres out. Dixon again with another little run. Gubb getting to him with Haraki. They're 5 metres away. Only 2 tackles gone. What an opportunity this is. Walker. The big fella takes it forward again. They're underneath the Widnes posts here. Elwar Pelissier. Looping pass to Ferangi. Quick hands then.
Good work from Liam Finn and Matt Whitley then on that occasion to get up quick on Hindmarsh.
Pelissier again, and Peferangi. It's the pass away to Ben Evans. This is good defensively from Widnes. Can they stand up again with one more tackle? This is Elliot Keir, and I think the answer is yes, they can.
Well, both teams, whenever they get down near the opposition's try line, they're looking to offload the ball, they're looking to run on the last play. But both defences are very strong. See, there'll be nerves from both sides, especially when you've got to take the ball away from your try line, when your try line's been tested. And again, when you look at this London side, the line speed very good, the outside backs getting in. Again, the forwards are doing an awful lot of work for Widnes.
Well, we all wondered when we came to the ground here today whether the golfing clash between top of the Championship, bottom of the Super League would be evident. And at the moment, with 24 minutes gone, London have matched Widnes from the Super League blow for blow.
Well, the theory is that the full-time team, the Super League team, will have superior fitness and conditioning. And when you get to the latter stages of the first and second half and those tough periods, that Widnes will have enough in that tank of theirs. They've been under a sustained period of pressure, defending their own line. So far, we're still 0-0, almost 25 minutes on the clock, and possession and position probably in favour of the London Broncos in that period.
This is Harrison Hansen struggling to his feet, plays the ball to Runciman, now it's with Finn. Looks for the runner, and it's McGrath Luluai off the bench.
Stand to.
Aaron Heremiah and Gubb takes it forward. Solid defence though on show from London again. Heremiah. Now then, Olberson, he's been a bit of a star for Widnes this year when he's been on the pitch. Plays the ball to Heremiah again. He gets it away to Liam Finn. Finn to Mellor. Mellor then short ball. Good work in defence once more from London. Down the short side he goes. Krishnan Inu flicks the pass back to Patrick Arvan. Arvan dabs it towards the in-goal area. They had to get the ball off the pitch and into the crowd, and Rhys Williams did that.
Well, Rhys Williams, well, he was the only player that was really expecting something, and Pat Arvan, when he kicks it through, there was nobody at the back. I think everyone was expecting the ball to go to Liam Finn, and he was going to kick it over to Widnes' left-hand side, where Charlie Runciman was screaming for that ball. But another set of six here from that man's kick.
Goal line drop out. As the sun sets here in Widnes, the locals hope the sun isn't going to be setting on their Super League life anytime soon, but it's a massive challenge they face over the next 7 weeks.
It's a big challenge in this
game. There was a leg lift there. Patrick Arvan was trying to get to his feet.
Well, he gets this penalty bit just because of the sheer speed and the ferocity that he runs into the collision. He lands on his front, he can't be dominated. They're looking to pull him around.
Elliot Keir was the transgressor. Here is Gubb again for Widnes, 20 metres out. Now it's with Liam Finn. Drops the pass off. Harrison Hansen coming on the diagonal. Ioane and company getting there quickly to bring him down. Heremiah. Olberson finds Mellor. Another solid run. Good stuff from Widnes. Christine. Liam Finn attacking the line. Liam Finn.
Good defence.
Was good defence.
He had a couple of options out wide, but he chose to run it himself.
Obstruction, surely.
And the referee agrees. They're over the line, Widnes, but there was an obstruction underneath the posts.
Well, that's a big opportunity for Widnes. They've had a goal line dropout, they've had a penalty, they've been close to opponent's try line here, and I sense an element of both sides are slowing down. There's a bit of fatigue setting in at some stage here. There's points coming before we get to half time.
When you watch that from behind the sticks, it does look like the defender makes the decision to jump out and hit Charlie Gubb. He's made that decision before the ball's even left the dummy half's hand.
It was that man, Ioane.
Hold.
But they won't be arguing with the London Broncos. You're just wondering when Danny Ward will play his ace, his joker in the pack, if you like, and bring Jared Samet on.
Well, he's a magician, isn't he? He can come up with some marvellous players that really mesmerise the defenders.
But maybe they don't need that magic just yet, Terry. That's the point, isn't it? I think Peferengi said before, let's calm down. We're doing very well here. Approaching half an hour. And against the favoured home side who've got everything to prove in front of the fans, we're going toe-to-toe.
Mark Ioane takes some bringing down. But they can't get him to ground, but the fifth tackle is called with him standing on his feet. And Cunningham with a little dink ball over the top. Here comes Ashall Bott again.
Another impressive take from the young fullback. He doesn't jump as high, doesn't need to, but takes it confidently, and he's straight on the attack.
And Tom Spencer saw to it that he wasn't going any more metres forward. He knew he releases the ball, but he was airborne then, and Arvan was the man on hand. Here he goes again, the fullback.
There was a panic offload by Inu because he was getting driven backwards.
It's a solid display so far from London.
I think the defence has been very good. Maybe the line speed just fell off a bit now, but the targeting, when to get off the line and when not to.
McGrath Luluai goes down, tackle number 5. Here goes Joe Mellor. A lovely little run from Mellor, but a kick that's a bit too far ahead of himself, and Dixon, he gets the ball, but good following up by Christine, traps him in goal, goal line dropout coming up.
Well, Joe Mellor, when he gets through the gap, then he's looking at what players he's going to put on. He's looking around him, can he get the ball left or right? No, he kicks the ball, chases up, but it's the effort from Christine. Christine made his comeback against Casford a couple of weeks ago. He's a player that's been missed. Solid performer, week in, week out. He's always an 8 out of 10.
And when you hear his peers talk about him, his colleagues, they talk about his effort and his unselfish work. Well, he was unselfish on that kick chase and got his side the reward, the possession and the field position they've got now.
From their second goal line dropout that they forced the Widnes Vikings, here is Tom Olberson once again for them. 12 metres out, he's struggling to his feet. This year was a bit slow to get off him. Aaron Jeremiah has the pass to the right-hand side. Mellor to Ashall Bott. Maybe caught the ankle or the leg of Elliot Keir then. Inu. Mellor again. Luluai showed the ball to Charlie Gubb, held on. Here goes Jeremiah, good ball, good try, the young full-back deserves that. Ollie Ashall Bott. It's only his second try of the year. It's only his 6th appearance of the year, but he has begun this game impressively. Mentored by Willie Isa, now of Wigan, before Isa joined the Warriors. That's a tremendous effort from him. Been good in defence, and he gets the first try of the night. Widnes are 4 points to 0 ahead.
Well, Joe Mellor here, he has got vision. He knows that there's nothing else on the last play, so he kicks it down, pressures Kieran Dixon. It's a repeat set of 6 from that effort from Christine. And the man who's been involved in everything, like you say, Eddie, at the back, when he's been returning the ball, I think he's been exceptional. Been very brave under some of those high balls and coming onto this ball as well. A crash ball at the line for the youngster.
Aaron Jeremiah is such a smart player. He knows exactly what he's doing when he picks that ball up. He wants to attract the defender at marker. He wants to bring the 8 defender in and just open that space for the young fullback to stroll into. Aaron Jeremiah going at the end of the year, retiring. Well, there's some smart, intelligent knowledge that Aaron Jeremiah can potentially pass on to the next generation.
Well, they are hosting London Broncos for a second successive year in these qualifiers. The Widnes Vikings, they won here 38-16 last September. It's taken them half an hour, though, to break the defensive resistance of the Broncos here tonight. They lead 4-0. And Krishnan Inu here now with the opportunity to add another 2 points. He played in the qualifiers for the Catalan Dragons last year, did Krishnan Inu, but he missed the £1 million game. He kept them up. Wonder if he's thinking about another possible £1 million game in 2018. Widnes will hope not, of course. But Krishnan Inu then, once upon a time a New Zealand international. This for a 6-0 lead. 6-0 it is.
Well, the supporters want to see the side in Super League. They need players with speed, and this guy's got it. Look at it, the one end of the field defensively, catch and take, and counter-attack immediately. Hard for the London Broncos to get hold of him. They do contain him, and then here again, that speed puts him in between the two defenders. Runs at the gap, not at the man. And it's a fantastic start, and I think the second try probably a result of the second goal. Sorry, the try was a result of the second goal line dropout that Widnes managed to force in a 10-minute period. They've had more possession, they've had some great field position. They've now put themselves ahead on the board.
And Mellor goes down, having caught the kick-off on the full. 20 metres away from his own line. 5 more metres gained by Christine on the first run. Here goes Charlie Gubb. He is becoming a crowd favourite. He's only been on the field about 15-20 minutes. It was a great roar when he came on. Comes here with a big reputation. This is from Luluai. They're over halfway, Widnes, with Alberson.
They just want to make sure that they get to this kick it into the corner, challenge the London side when they're bringing the ball back away.
And Finn was taken a bit late then by Pellissier. The referee, touch judge, saw nothing wrong with it.
Very important now for London to play with the same speed here. They've been doing it hard. A lot of defence. Good catch there. No, I don't think it's a late challenge. The referee says play on.
Well, it's the last action from Pellissier for the moment, because Jared Samet has just come on the field. We wondered how long it would take Danny Ward to bring him on. Now we know the answer. 33 minutes as Jake Pitts takes it forward for the Broncos.
Always be in the game plan. That bring him on as the opposition forwards are starting to get tired just before half-time.
James Cunningham will drop into number 9. He'll look after the dummy half and control that ruck area, and it'll give the freedom to express himself to Jared Samet. Strap yourselves in, kids.
Neat kick to the corner. Ashall Bott brings him back again as far as Kieran Dixon. Look at that quartet of red jerseys hunting the ball carrier. They're enthusiastic tonight, London.
Good first contact from Kieran Dixon, the number 5 for London. Held Bott up, then all of a sudden he's just waiting for his teammates to come in and help him and push him back, making a controlled tackle.
Dodson carts it forward again. For Widnes. Charlie Gubb takes a breather, you might have noticed. This is Patrick Arvan again.
That's where he's good. He's good in these yardage plays, coming off the back of a quick play ball. Pat Arvan
gets Widnes to halfway. Luluai again.
Surrender! Stand!
5th tackle, last one coming up then. Finn, once again, pumps it high into the air. Dixon's underneath this. Oh, a little bit of a fumble. Harrison Hansen got the first contact in. He got the ball away.
Well, you'd have to be aware of when the ball's kicking, it's coming down near you, and Harrison Hansen is defending opposite you. He's going to hit you as soon as you catch that ball.
A good job that Alex Walker was there to help him out.
Well, Kieran Dixon is an exciting player, and I'm sure we'll see him make a break and potentially score a long-range try, but he does have some mistakes. He can be pressured, and those high kicks and high bombs are a potential weakness for him.
This is Elliot Keir. He gets the offload away to Walker.
4 minutes on! Hold.
That's 4 tackles gone. Walker hangs on to the ball. Ferangi again. Oh, a bouncing ball, and not the best, but Mark Ioane picks it up, gets it away. It was backwards going, according to referee Liam Moore. Last tackle London have arrived at. Here is Samet. High kick from him. Ashall Bott is underneath this. Good chase by Samet as well.
You'd imagine that going into the game that Danny Ward's looking at young Ashall Bott saying, look, he's only a youngster, let's test him out in the air, let's put pressure on him when we kick it, and he's going up in the air, make sure you get in his eye line. He seems to be dealing with everything so far.
He might just change that philosophy at half-time. He might say kick it away from the youngster. So an outstanding first half so far.
Good run here from Harrison Hansen. Widnes bringing in the newcomers to try and bolster their qualifying campaign. Hansen one of them, Finn another. And Gubb, of course, the other. Christine tackled high.
It was high. Jared Samet on a much bigger man, gets up quick, jumps into the tackle. He's a character. He's all action when he's on the field. watch him, jumps up, both feet off the field, jolts the player's head back.
Well, the earlier rounds of the qualifiers tend to be lower scoring than the later stages, and as a result of that, I think that points are going to be hard to come by tonight. London need to hold out these sets here with this great possession, great position, and determined here now to extend the lead.
Yes, 3.5 minutes to the half-time siren. Inu restarts. Here comes Gil Dudson again. They're inching closer. That's only one tackle gone, and they're 5-6 metres away from the London line. It's with Liam Finn. Drops the pass off. It's Ashall Bott again. Oh, then he gives it away to Kieran Dixon.
Well, he was trying to get that one-handed offload away to Charlie Runciman. Liam Finn, you could see him setting up that play, that shift just before half-time. Trying to find the youngster out of the back who does well, gets rid of Helliwell, and then he looks to offload it. But Dixon.
I think the referee had called a forward pass here.
Well, that's the only thing he could have called. We've got the scrum, no advantage to London, so they'll get the head and feed at the scrum. I think it's a pass here. He's ruled us forward.
Kieran Dixon would be happy it was forward.
Well, Widnes have been impressive with the defence. According to our records, they've made 160 tackles and just missed one single missed tackle. 37 minutes. It's been a very impressive defensive effort from them.
Mark Ioane again, off the bench tonight. He played 6 of the qualifying campaign last year and scored tries in 4 of them. Eddie Keir plays the ball. Here's Samet in centre field, spreading it wide. With Ben Helliwell here.
That's good play, that. From one side of the pitch, Cunningham picks the ball with a quick play of the ball, and all of a sudden they can shift it. And then look at this man here.
This is a dangerous player as Kieran Dixon finds Peferangi. Here is Harrison, Daniel Harrison. Injured and missed last year's qualifying campaign. Peferangi again puts a tantalising little kick up. And it's been knocked forward. Been knocked forward by London. It's the turnover, but there was something there for the Broncos, almost.
He chases really hard on any kick, Jared Samet. Sometimes he takes charge and control, and when he's not kicking, he's the main chase. And a bit like the fullback Ashall Bott, very diminutive. 5'7", 5'6", 5'8", somewhere around that region, but jumps much, much higher.
Alex Walker, his opposite number, receiving a bit of treatment as Ashall Bott himself trying to suck a bit of air in. Just gets caught there as he picked up that knock on.
Both sides are certainly hitting hard, aren't they? London won't want to concede now, just over a minute to go before half-time, and they go into the dressing room, and Danny Ward addresses them and tell them where they've been going well, where they need to improve on.
Well, if Widnes are to increase the lead, they've got to do it from 90 metres out.
Move! This 10 hold.
As Arban gets to his feet, Jeremiah looks to his right-hand side and finds Alberson.
Up quick, Ioane then, trying to shut the play down, trying to put a shot on.
Dean takes it forward again for Widnes.
Move, Elliot! Hold.
Dudson, Liam Finn rather, looking for the runner. It was Mellor.
Did well to recover them. Peferangi, he'd shot the line on Mellor.
Here's Finn again. Harrison Hansen, Whitley. He's got Runciman outside him. That's good defensive work from James Cunningham. There is Runciman. Here is Finn. High into centre field. Claimed by Rhys Williams.
Well, didn't put distance on that kick then, because he wanted another crack at him and making it uncomfortable for Williams to catch that ball with a number of black and white shirts in front of him.
Less than half a minute to the half-time siren. Elliot Keir gets the offload away, somewhat riskily. Somehow it finds its way to Kieran Dixon. 5 metres inside their own half, London. 10 seconds remaining. Peferangi away from Dodson. Lattery's got 3 men outside him here. Slips the pass.
Good play,
Pitts stabs it forward. And the half-time siren sounds. Well, it's a lead for Widnes and Francis Cummins, but only just. It's only 6 points. And the score came on the half hour. Ollie Ashall-Bob with the try. Krishnan Inu added the extras. I don't know whether you would say it is a moral victory for the London Broncos, that opening 40 minutes. But Widnes have just got their noses in front. And Danny Ward will have things to say. Jamie Langley offering his expert opinion as well. These qualifiers are nervous, tense affairs. But Widnes have just got their noses in front in a match, quite frankly, they dare not lose. It's Widnes 6, London 0 at half-time. Brown misses him. Gelling over the top.
You spray. Some of them are alas. Some are ball wise. Some are ball wise. Some are.
New Gold. Smell fresh all day with new Lynx Gold Body Spray. When things get really hot, stay dry all day with Lynx Gold Antiperspirant.
The Suzuki Vitara, now with no deposit to pay and 0% APR. Search Suzuki now.
Kayak's price forecast helps me decide if I should wait for a better price or book my flights now. For travel, I trust Kayak. For everything else, I trust myself.
In all his time running a small business, this year has been Jimmy's toughest. So while he's proud to have helped put a roof over the heads of lots of families, he's most proud of the one he's kept over his family. He gets the most out of his money with QuickBooks, invoicing on the go to get paid faster and automatically tracking mileage on the job. Smarter business tools for the world's hardest workers, now with up to 50% off your first 6 months. QuickBooks, backing.
Available to buy or rent in Sky Store now.
In 2045, everyone's looking for a way to escape. The Oasis. You can do anything, be anyone. A contest. 3 impossible challenges.
All right, everybody, hold on to something.
The first to finish gets complete control of the Oasis.
If anyone's gonna win this competition, it's me.
Let the hunt begin.
Ready Player One. Available to buy or rent in Sky Store now.
It's rebellion, sabotage, deliberate attempt to undermine my whole business.
Stock's gone below 130.
We could death spiral here.
Who's in charge right now?
It's my company. You are a nobody.
That was an absolute wicked kick, that.
Welcome back to the Halton Stadium in Widnes. The Vikings finished bottom of the Super League table for the second successive season. That means they are in the qualifiers. And the London Broncos have come to town, second in the championship and only 6 points behind at half-time to their Super League opposition, Ashall-Bolt. But with the try, let's have a look at the first half stats. A huge amount to choose between them. Better completion rate goes to the London Broncos. Just 3 missed tackles, though, for the Widnes Vikings. 8 for the London side. 5 handling errors for the home team. Something no doubt their coach, Francis Cummins, will hope his side can correct for the second 40 minutes. John, some chances, just the one try in the first 40 minutes, but a couple of chances. The better of those going to Widnes early on.
To the Ashall-Bolt try. So Joe Mellor, the break, the forced dropout. Good kick. We know what a creative player he is. That's Kieran Dixon, forced to concede a repeat set, and then rather too simple, I think, for Danny Ward's liking, and Ashall-Bolt crossing to the right-hand post, the 6. That's the only points we got to speak of in the first 40 minutes. It weren't the only points, it wasn't the only points that were on offer.
I had Terry O'Connor in the studio here before the game. I asked him, what is the difference between the bottom of the Super League and the top of the Championship? Have you learned anything to answer that question in that first 40 minutes? We've got a side that lost the last 16 Super League games. We've got a side that have are unbeaten in the last 7 in the championship, and meeting today, what have you learned?
I think that both teams are learning. I think both teams are having to adapt to a new competition, but they do carry the baggage of that form into it. Now, for the London Broncos, it's a difficult one. They're used to scoring points, but against championship opposition. And as we'll see by this first clip, the major chance that they had of scoring points in the first 40 minutes came just before the quarter-hour mark. They'd done really well to suck in the Widnes defence, right area of the field, had applied some pressure. Aaron Herremeyer's late off here. Widnes only have 5 defenders, where they probably needed 6. Herremeyer would have been that extra man. So London know they're going to have some space somewhere in the field. Problem is they've got Cunningham, a hooker, playing in the halves. The windows of opportunity are so small. That ball needs to go there. Arvan is already in. Reece Williams has got a line on the outside, free to the try line. It's just this double pump. That little bit of indecision allows Widnes to get across and cover. They're finding out, London, you asked the question, what's the difference here? London are finding out that those windows of opportunity are a lot slimmer when facing up against Super League opposition, albeit bottom of the table Super League opposition.
We'll come back to the Widnes Vikings defence shortly. I wanted to ask you about their attack. It's been a major issue for them, as has the defence for the whole of the Super League season. Do you see any signs that they're starting to correct some of the issues that have blighted their season so far?
Again, hard to say. I don't think the London Broncos have been asked to defend as much as they have all season tonight. I think the Widnes Vikings have been frustrating to watch at times this year. Are they small things that have meant big consequences for them in terms of points scored? There was a point on the 15-minute mark on the quarter hour, the next set actually after this. Good opportunity off a penalty. Harrison Hansen is the one who eventually blocks in the build-up. He's got 2 lines of running here to choose, preferably the inside line to hold his opposite man, and that run straight into Helliwell really undoes a lot of good work that Charlie Runciman did in finishing that try. So that's a try chalked off for obstruction. It isn't the first time that's happened for them this year, and it's just those small margins that make big errors, even against championship opposition.
Coming in at half-time in a match in a rugby league game with just 6 points on the board between the two sides is unusual. I've written some notes here, and we were discussing just before we came on air. I think Widnes look closer to the breakthrough. I think they've had to do less in defence to repel London. I think London have come up with some really good defensive plays to keep Widnes out. You're not so sure.
Well, I agree with the essence of what you're saying, and yet my gut says London look like the side more likely to win the game. Yeah, they're down 6 points, 1 try, but for me they look the more exciting side, the more enterprising side. Elwar Pelissier had a great deal of joy down the short side. Alex Walker looks dangerous in the back. They need a little bit of luck and a little bit more nous on the last play. I agree with what you're saying, though, that Widnes are not being asked at the moment to work very hard. It almost looks like they're going through the motions, if that's not too unkind to say it. I don't think the Widnes Vikings are turning an 8 out of 10 performance here, far from it.
If we pitch this as a confidence battle, you would imagine walking out onto the field for the second half, there's only one winner in that. It's got to be decided to come from the championship. It's got to be the London Broncos and Danny Ward. Coming here just 6 points down against the Super League side, who are favourites to win this match.
Yeah, and as disappointed as Danny Ward will be with the try that they conceded through Ashall Bott on the half-hour mark,
hasn't he been good?
He's been a real live wire, hasn't he? And they've had some problems at the back of Widnes in 2018, and he looks certainly a prospect. I mean, he's been thrown in there, and he's getting some Super League games under his belt. One to watch out for the next couple of years. Danny Ward will be happy overall, I would imagine, that they are very much in the fight and very much in the game, and all the conversation in that dressing room will be, as we were in terms of completion, but let us find something else, a little more creativity, try and earn a repeat set and spend some more time against that Widnes defence, because it hasn't convinced me.
OK, flip it around for Francis Cummins and the Widnes Vikings. They will be desperate to get the qualifiers campaign off to a start. What does he do to preserve this lead and perhaps extend this lead?
Keep his players relaxed. That's where the pressure dressing room, isn't it? The pressure dressing room is the home dressing room. They are expected, despite all known relative form in the Championship Super League, to put the Broncos to bed. So it's about keeping his players calm and stopping them making rash decisions. The London Broncos will inevitably fatigue against this full-time outfit, and I would imagine Francis Cummins' job will be keeping his guys relaxed. That'll be the main message.
Former teammates at the Leeds Rhinos, Francis Cummins and Danny Ward's now delivering their last few words to their sides before the second 40 minutes of this first of the qualifiers games in 2018. 8 league defeats for Francis Cummins in his time in charge of the Widnes Vikings. Danny Ward, what a season him and the London Broncos have had. Can they get their qualifiers campaign off to the most magical of starts by downing Super League opposition? They got 6 points to claw back and for them hopefully to go on and win this match. They're up against Super League opposition though in the Widnes Vikings. 6-0 and perfectly poised at half-time. Eddie and the boys on the other side of this break.
Big chase on him, Luke Gale with a drop goal! He has kicked it!
Julian, the sooner you... Oh no.
Perfect. So, some bozos entered your vehicle.
Julian? Could have been anyone.
Him.
Them.
Marigolds.
Anyway, you're probably thinking they wiped out your no-claim discount. But you're with Direct Line and you're not to blame. So unlike other insurers, you can claim and your no-claim discount is safe. I'll leave you leverage to it.
Where do you want to go?
Airport, please.
Whenever I see you, I always think of...
Hotels.
That's it.
And whenever I hear this song, I think of summer.
Summer. I'd love to take my family on a beach holiday this year.
Oh yeah? Where to?
Well, my wife's been dreaming about going to Thailand for years. Her mum, she wants to see the elephants. My family love animals. The kids love splashing around in the pool. So it needs to be a family-friendly hotel. See? Quite complicated.
Not at all. Let's see. Beach, pool, and family-friendly.
It's that simple?
Yeah.
That's awesome! So simple! Our ideal hotel.
Simply select what you're looking for, and Trivago will find the ideal hotel for you and your family. Hotel Trivago.
That was a great speech. Now the herd will follow us without question. Damn, like sheep. He thinks he has us like lambs to the slaughter. Right, guys?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Super Boost! Super Boost! Super Boost! Get yourself ready. The Super Boost window is open wide. Boost! 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 14 days of epic offers for new and existing customers. We're taking our price boost and super boosting it. Super Boost from Sky Bet. Boost! That's betting better. When the fun stops, stop.
The Suzuki Swift, now with no deposit to pay and 0% APR. Search Suzuki now.
My name is Professor Dylan Reinhardt. Welcome to Abnormal Behavioral Analysis.
Detective Elizabeth Needham, NYPD.
While I may have a fascination with psychopaths, it does not mean I am one.
Judging by the way you eat your pizza, I'm not so sure. Watch out!
I think these crimes were by the same person. He's deliberate, brutal, fascinating. And he's only just started.
You can help?
Oh, I'm in.
The race to Old Trafford is on as the Super 8s face off, live on Sky Sports Action.
The Premier League is back, and it all begins tomorrow with Man United versus Leicester on Friday Night Football, live on Sky Sports Premier League. Take your seats.
And perhaps weave a little bit of magic. Welcome back to Widnes. Some big news from the Super League world today that Sean Edwards and Adrian Lamb have been appointed coaches of the Wigan Warriors to succeed Sean Wayne. Lamb next year and Edwards from 2020, and there will be a special Super League Golden Point programme tomorrow at 7, which will feature interviews with the two guys. They will be guests here in the studio. 7 o'clock tomorrow, Sky Sports Action. And all that is ahead of the Wigan Castleton match. Our programme starts at 7:30 covering that, and on Saturday we'll see Leeds and Toulouse in the qualifiers at 3:10. Here at Widnes, the Vikings just ahead at half-time by 6 points to 0. London have acquitted themselves well. They were relegated with Bradford in 2014. They finished second in the Championship each of the last 3 seasons, and that is no mean feat. And another thing tonight, that Francis Cummins, the Widnes coach, is seeking his first win as Widnes coach in taking over from Dennis Betts. He has suffered 8 defeats in a row. But this, if it is a win, would be sweet, because it would get their qualifying campaign off to the best possible start. But London will be determined in the second 40 minutes. And Mark Ioane taking that ball forward.
Well, they're hard to shake off, aren't they, London? And I'm sure it was a confident dressing room at half-time. They were big, they were strong. The go forward again. There from Ioane, straight up the guts.
Cunningham is dummy half. He comes back to Peverangi. That's a nice little kick into open space on that far side. It means Ashall Bott has to track across and pick it up. Good chase. Good chase led by Daniel Harrison. And Tom Spencer, 2 of the substitutes. This is Runciman now.
A powerful start, carrying the ball from London, and a good kick into the corner, a good chase. Again, looking to try and dictate the pace of this game, and Widnes won't be looking to force the players early on in this game, even though the contest is still on with London.
Their only wins for Widnes this year have come on this pitch. Nothing away, but they have beaten, and it's not a bad list that they've beaten here. Catalan Dragons, Leeds Rhinos and Salford. Can they add London to that list here tonight? As Finn once again hoists the ball into London territory, but it's claimed by Kieran Dixon. They're certainly targeting Dixon with those high kicks tonight.
One thing that you don't want to do, though, is give him some space when he catches that ball. You do want to try and put pressure on him. Jay Pitt, standout performer for the London side, always leads by example. The ex-Leeds Rhinos player.
Yes, he had time. Oh, here's a break on here from Williams. He's got support from Jared Samet, and Samet's trying to turn them inside out. He had 2 men on the right-hand side.
They made a mess, didn't he, of the 2v1 situation. There he comes left again on his own this time.
Williams gets it away to Ioane. Ioane bounces off one challenge, will get over for the try. London Broncos score first in the second half. Try is given. And Mark Ioane tries in 4 of the 6 qualifiers he played in last year, and a try here tonight that sends the small London contingent delirious with delight. And after 2.5 minutes of the second half, London, with a kick to come, could easily be level.
Well, it was the break right back at the play of the ball. The big winger, Rhys Williams, steps inside, and you're right, he does make a mess of this, Phil. Gives it too early, doesn't commit any of the defenders, but from that play of the ball, Rhys Williams picks up again. He wants a runner, and with eyes for the ball, Patrick Arvan is too focused on the ball. He knows that the ball is the threat, but he isn't aware of the strong running front row forward. Ioane, great try for the Broncos.
Although Barry, he should be aware in the first set in the second half. They come up with 2 strong carries, gets him into decent field position. Big, powerful player, Ioane.
Well, he got a try against Widnes here last year, but in the defeat by 16 points to 38. The former junior Kiwi, and suddenly, I just wonder what's going through the minds of those Widnes players now. Only 3 wins all season, and that's the worst possible start for Francis Cummins and the Widnes Vikings. And here is Jared Samet now to try and add the extras. Samet, who's been in great form with the boot, 87 goals this season prior to tonight. Add that to 19 tries and a drop goal. He's a talent.
Back on.
And he knows just how important this kick is. Oh dear. Well, you wouldn't have expected that. And Danny Ward, he still finds something to smile about, but I think that's a smile in adversity.
He looked nervous, didn't he? Here's the try. Christian Inner, you've got to hit and stick in defence. Bounces off Ioane, and he can't quite get the ball close enough to the goalpost here. Nervous, tense, snapped at it, hits the upright, bounces out. Widnes still ahead.
Well, he's kicked them for fun all year, and he knows that that might be a costly miss. We shall see. Mind you, the way they've started, they probably don't need to kick any goals. They'll just score the tries.
You need a lot of skills to play rugby league and play at the highest level. One is an ignorance of the scoreboard, and that, Eddie, is what Widnes did right now, isn't it? To ignore the fact that they are only 2 points ahead and just keep playing what they did in the first half. Maintain the standards this set, certainly in defence.
Will Dodson leading the way there. That's a good offload though, having said that. Here he comes again, the try scorer Ioane. He's bumped away from two would-be tacklers. He gets away from the third in Jeremiah. He finds Spencer. And suddenly London are playing with a bit of confidence.
It's causing some damage, isn't it? Ioane.
Samet to Jay Pitts. Pitts is able to make a few more valuable metres forward. 30 metres away from the witness line. James Cunningham at dummy half. Finds Samet. He'll hoist the kick high, and this is an invitation to run at Runciman. Dixon got there, despite the attempts of a witness defender to block him out.
Well, it was Matt Whitley who just stood his ground. The man who's got the ball now, otherwise it might have been a difficult take for Charlie Runciman when that ball was coming down on top of him. Need some go forward here. Patrick Arvan just tries to inject himself into the defensive line, gets a decent play. The ball, the mistake from Bott.
Well, that's the zero tackle there. And so 6 to go for London from here. Cunningham gets the ball away once again to Hindmarsh.
10 metres!
Just trying to be too quick.
Yeah, trying to pick it up on a quick play, the ball too fast.
Cunningham finds Samet. Samet gets it away to Teferangi. Good tackling, that is. Very good tackle by Whitley.
How quick Whitley shuts that play down.
And it's Cunningham again.
And works hard from Marker. He knows, that's what the Widnes Vikings players all know, that they need to be on red alert now in this danger zone.
Teferangi again. That's 4 gone. They're 8 metres away. 2 left. Spencer turns his back, gives it to Samet. Samet then finds Jay Pitts again. Last tackle coming up here for the Broncos. Can they force something, even at a goal line dropout? They might be looking for something more. Good defence on their own line.
Ioane again, getting himself where the action is. He's been involved in everything the opening 6 minutes. Coming across when they're moving the ball, they're trying to hit some hard lines, get on an inside shoulder, find that weak defender. And you look where they turn the ball over, right on Widnes's line. They've got to make sure that they get through to the kick after the mistake the last time they had the ball.
That ball comes free, and it was Harrison who is adjudged to have dragged it away from Inu. They have not won at Widnes for 13 years, London Broncos.
Well, this certainly does help the Vikings out, doesn't it? You can see the little strip there from Harrison. And he pulls that ball away from Kristen Inu. A couple of weary players now in a black and white shirt. Someone's got to step up here like Harrison Hansen.
Good drive forward on the first tackle. Well, Brian Carney's being a busy bee tonight because he was in the studio at half-time. He's gone over the other side of the field now to catch up with the half-time news.
Well, why wouldn't you? Any beautiful evening, stretch the legs, stretch the lungs. I was speaking to the management from both teams. We'll start with the London Broncos and Danny Ward. The message to his players is, listen, boys, we can go toe-to-toe with these guys. And if we're in this game with 10 minutes to go, we got every chance of getting a positive result. It's evidenced by their start with that try from Marchione in the second half. The interesting from the Widnes Vikings was a little bit more psychological. They said stay up and stay positive was the message to their players at half-time. John Wells perhaps referring to maybe some low confidence in the Widnes side as Joe Miller goes close. And listen to the Widnes players underneath the stands after that try was scored. The message from Harrison Hansen to his teammates was stay up, boys, stay up, boys. You get the feeling, Eddie, that if London were to score again, these heads of the Widnes Vikings players would drop low.
It is important, though, Eddie, that they keep the focus. Harrison Hansen, you mentioned it before, been involved in 4 of these campaigns for 3 teams. He's a vastly experienced player. He knows how to win. He knows what to do to win. Kieran Dixon knocking that ball on for the Broncos. But for Widnes, we talked about the spark for the Broncos when Jared Samet joined the fray. Well, you watch when the young hooker, Danny Walker, comes on. He will spark the Vikings up.
Meanwhile, it's Alberson after head and feet at that scrum 10 metres out from the London line. So this is a chance for Widnes to strike back almost immediately. And they found Mellor. They look for the runner. It's this Ashol Bott again, the young full-back. There's Jeremiah. Mellor to Finn, and Finn drags the player back on his inside. It's Matt Whitley. And the concede the penalty underneath the sticks now. I'd imagine you'd run this in normal circumstances, but is this normal circumstances? Will they kick for the 2 points on offer?
Well, everyone's looking to the sideline. The players are looking for a command there. Do they keep on going? And Liam Finn,
I don't see the point of kicking it goal.
Liam Finn's just turned around and said, look lads, let's keep on rolling forward here.
Well, he put two fingers up. I mean, figuratively speaking, to the sidelines and asking. And yes, Francis Cummins says, let's have the two. Is that a negative?
That's anxiety, and that we talked about the pressure of both teams being vastly different. And Francis Cummins knows that early on in this campaign, early on in the qualifiers, they tend to be low-scoring affairs. Each 2 points, 4 points, 6 points, whatever are available, are vital and could be crucial at the end.
What you would say is there's quite a few nervous players there, because all of them are looking for leadership, all of them are looking for direction and what they should do. They're looking up to that man, Francis Cummins, who said, look lads, let's take the 2 points, just put a bit more doubt in London Broncos' minds.
Makes Jared Summit feel a bit better if he kicks it anyway on the journey home.
Yes, he probably does, you're right.
Stand still, lads!
Well, they're still making plans and hoping for progress next year, the Widnes Vikings. They're offering a very good deal to youngsters next season. Young season ticket holders can come in for free throughout the course of next year, no matter where they're playing. They hope to be in Super League, but even if it's in the Championship, they're giving a promotion locally to get young people through the turnstiles, get them interested in rugby league, get them interested in this club. At the moment, Inu is interested in the 2 points, which he has kicked. And so it's 8-4 to the Widnes Vikings. A club steeped in history and tradition. As I said right at the top of the show tonight, 30 years ago next year, Widnes were World Club champions, beating Canberra Raiders at Old Trafford on a glorious night. Jonathan Davis et al.
Well, young Danny Walker, the man that Barry talked about, he's on the field now for Aaron Jeremiah. He is the spark. He's quick from dummy half, the young 19-year-old. Very powerful as well. There he is, behind the play of the ball now.
And he gets it away to Olberson, who breaks the first tackle.
He went a well-balanced runner. Tom Olberson beats the defender, gets through contact and gives the next ball carrier a quick play of the ball.
This is McGrath Lulawai, looking to get to his feet and play it quickly. Once again, it's Walker. Here's Hansen, dealt with by the London defenders. Finn, and Lulawai again taking it forward, stepping out of the challenge as well. Finn, Ashall Bott, bounces away from Davis. Can't get past Batty. On halfway, last tackle called.
Goal 5.
It's with Walker, now it's with Finn. Goes high off the boot of Finn. Well, he's been tested to the limit tonight with those high kicks as Kieran Dixon.
It's a shallow kick, wasn't it, from Liam Finn? Didn't seem to have enough time to place that ball where he wanted it. London doing a good job on him. His influence in the first 10 minutes, you could see it. I could see the communication. I could see how he was influencing those Widnes players around him. Well, since that point, London had fixed it up and he's had no time at all.
Batty once again, taking Finn and Hansen. And eventually Walker coming in to get him to ground. Cunningham to Davis. Here they come with Jay Pitts again. Got some good runs tonight as Pitts. Hold. Last tackle though coming up for the Broncos here. It's with Samet. Well claimed in the tackle as well by Kieran Dixon. That was good work. As Charlie Runciman's feet hit the ground, he was in there very quickly.
Always difficult to try and get your timing right at the back. Charlie Runciman backed off to come onto the ball so he could get some hang time in the air and compete with Dixon.
Timed his challenge to perfection, did Dixon. Ashall Bott again riskily across the face of his own post. Inu is there though.
Well, that's what you get with youngsters. You get a confidence, don't you, that not some of the senior players may have.
Arvan. Defensively from London, restricting them to 34 metres. Here is Finn. All along the deck, but it will bounce. I was going to say into Dixon's hands, and he actually got a hand to that. Knocked it on, so He has been safe under the high kicks, and they decided to test him on the ground.
And that's a shame, isn't it, for Danny Ward's men, because defensively that was a real strong set, restricting the meters, and then all of a sudden he comes up with one of the easiest ones he's got to deal with. Yeah, there's some pressure in front of him, but and Barry mentioned it before in the first half, he comes up with some fabulous plays, but he's got those mistakes as well.
But that's the craft and the trickery of Liam Finn. He's been putting them high, and the previous one was a bit of a 4 or 5 out of 10 kick. It was not long enough, probably too short. He adjusted his sights, put it along the ground. It was a difficult bouncing ball. Maybe mentally it was a bit easier for the winger Kieran Dixon to deal with, but actually his mind and his muscle memory let him down.
Well, Liam Finn's got bags of experience. This is the 6th club in his career. Back on. Gubb is back out there. Big legs, pumping forward, getting to within 15 metres of the London line. Walker gives it to Houston. He finds Finn. Harrison Hansen's on the charge, on the diagonal. Widnes looking for something here. They've just injected a little bit of pace into this, a bit of power. Finn turns the direction back to Ashall Bott. He takes them on. Ashall Bott, though, can't find a way through past 3 of them. Wrestle to the ground. Oh, he needs to be careful. There's Batty. That could have been a penalty. Here is Mellor. Houston again. 8-4 they lead.
Stand goal for.
Walker to Mellor. Mellor, short ball. Christine strolls in. Christine with the try. Only his 10th appearance of the year. He's got 150 under his belt right now. A try against London here in 2012. A try against London here 6 years later. It's his 4th try of the campaign, and it stretches the lead to 8 points.
They needed that, didn't they? Christine goes over for the try. Well-weighted pass from Joe Mellor. Ball comes around because this mistake from Kieran Dixon. Down near his own try line. Another set of 6 for the Vikings. And just have a little look at the timing of that pass from Joe Mellor, who sucks in Jared Samet. The outside defenders are looking what's going on out wide. And you can see that Elliot Cade, he falls for the players out wide, and there's a gaping hole for that man to go through.
This is a beautiful play. You see Christine Inu drifts on an outward line, and you see a player come back against the grain. Christine, who picks up the pass, is in an ocean of space, and it's a perfect play.
Well, that will settle a nerve or two, I think, in the Widnes Vikings ranks. That try from Christine. And Christine Inu knocks over the extras. It'll be a 10-point lead. Not conclusive, but getting there. (38-16) to Widnes here last September in the qualifiers. Much tighter in 2018. 12-4, kick to come here. Will be 14-4 if this goes over. Pre-match he was practicing from that very spot, and he didn't miss one then, and he hasn't missed that one now. 14-4.
Well, it makes London nervous. We said before the game, the Broncos have got nothing to lose here. They're not expected to win. Well, maybe that is the case, but it gives them now a wonderful opportunity here to show us what they've got here. Just less than 25. It was just less than 25 minutes to go. London maybe need to start to play a little bit more ad lib here now. Deep kick into the in goal. It bounces awkwardly. Does it go off the hand?
It looked like it from up here. They might have got away with one here, Widnes. It certainly came up quickly off the surface. It looked like Mellor had got a forearm to it at least. The try scorer is held on the second tackle by Hindmarsh. Here's Houston again.
Free. Move it!
No, it was all right. He was off the body. Well done, Liam Moore. Here's Harrison Hansen.
He's been strong, hasn't he, every time he's carried that ball over on the left-hand side. He's another man who can add some weight into the strong carries. They've missed his size all year.
Goal 5.
It's with Miller again on tackle number 5, so the kick for territory to the corner is a lovely kick too. It just stands up on its heels there, the football, and well, Rhys Williams with the devil's own job to get away from his own end. And Widnes will want to play the game down here if they possibly can. Here goes Elliot Keir now. Whoa, good tackle.
Seems amazing what a kick can do. You kick, then all of a sudden you chase, you come up with tackles like that. Everyone's working really hard, knowing that they've done the hard work to get over the opponent's line.
Halliwell plays the ball to Cunningham. He finds Batty. Cunningham again. That's a good run. It's a great run. He's got support from Harrison. Here is Halliwell. Good progress made there by London on that. Up to the 5th tackle. This is Eferangi. Back it comes to Cunningham again. Cunningham dabs it in. Oh, a chance here for Dixon. It's the first knock on, is off Widnes.
Well, they've not struggled for metres, have they, London? They put the ball through the line, and then Widnes made the mistake. Through Charlie Runciman, Kieran Dixon looks to pass the ball back to Harrison and just can't get a clean pass away. Takes a wicked bounce. Good take from Dixon. Just can't get it to his teammate.
Well, it was worth the try. It was the free play. It was worth a bit of invention, but Runciman with the knock-on has put his team under a bit of pressure here.
On the London side, they've stacked every player, haven't they, on this side of the field. We've just got a winger on the far side marking thin air, so can they use that overlap here to find a try?
Varangi, Samet, bamboozled the Widnes defence. Dean and Houston hold the line. Penalty. Big push there from Christine. Obviously not interested in the two. Batty to Purangi, great ball, great try. Daniel Harrison. They can play. London Broncos can play. And they're going to be back very close again, the London Broncos, after this kick, which surely Jared Samet won't miss. Not this time. 14-8 kick to come. It'll be back to a 4-point ball game in a moment. Daniel Harrison.
Well, Christine, a push here on Jared Samet and just opens up the play. They'd already made the mistake within 10 metres of the line. And look at the delivery of that ball from Batty and then to Peferangi. It's what the prop forward does there. He attracts defenders. And then obviously, when you've got a man like Dave Harrison who hits that line, it's a nice pass from Peferangi, pulls in the defenders, and the Widnes defenders are left clutching at straws.
Well, Daniel Harrison was injured. He missed all of last year's qualifying campaign. He played in these qualifiers in 2016, the former Manly and Parramatta man from the NRL. 4th year in London. Jared Samet now, he missed with his first kick. He looks like he's determined not to miss this one. Just over 20 minutes to go. Back to a 4-point ball game. Widnes 14, London 10.
Well, lots of teams aren't particularly concerned about conceding a penalty when they're defending their own try line. They'd rather take that risky and get every player back set. It made little difference here, but they certainly converted that chance. Good timing of the run. They got through, and I think if you'd said to London an hour into this game, we'll be just 4 points behind the Vikings, they'd have accepted that before kickoff. They ran back energised here. They're excited at the prospect of taking on a Super League challenging team here now. With 20 to go, just 4 points behind.
And if you remember what Brian McCartney was saying at half-time, that's exactly what Danny Ward said to his players. If we're in this with 20 minutes to go, we've got a chance. Wigan Castleford 2v3 after the 23 weekly rounds begin their Super 8 campaign tomorrow, 7:30, and then Leeds, the fallen champions, back in the qualifiers again, take on the French side Toulouse, 3:10. Sky Sports action, both matches.
The longer London are in this side, the more confidence they're getting. And look at the way that they're ramping up to carry this ball, breaking the line.
It's a great offload that was. It was Spencer, I think, who made it, or was it Davis? Davis, I think. Here is Cunningham. Goes to the right-hand side to Peperangi. Here's the try scorer, Harrison. He offloads the ball. He had to, he was on his way out. Helliwell goes to ground, stays in the field of play. Last tackle coming up here. Dixon to Peperangi. This will be high and crossfield into the danger zone. Oh, they've allowed it to bounce, Widnes. Oh, what a mess. And they have 6 to go here. It's Jay Pitts for the Broncos. What an opportunity now for London. 5 metres shy of the line.
Couple of minutes to look really nervous now, Widnes.
Cunningham a dummy half. Finds Samet. Samet then to Peperangi. He goes wide to Walker. Walker further wide and he's in. Kieran Dixon is in on the far side. The scores are level. 14 apiece. Kieran Dixon with the try, and the high kick caused pandemonium in the Widnes defence, and Kieran Dixon and London took full advantage of that. Kieran Dixon, his first try in the qualifiers, but his 23rd try of the campaign.
Well, the London Broncos making the most of this repeat possession. We said, didn't we? Kieran Dixon would have an influence. We would see a moment of magic, something special. Well, it was something quite mundane from the winger. Locked out here on the right. He had to hook the touchline. You can see him. He knows he's got space. He knows he's got the edge. He has to trust the attacking play inside him. Samet with a beautiful play, and that last pass from Alex Water is a beauty.
It's just confident play, isn't it? At the line, fixing defenders, space is created out wide, and then that ball to Dixon out wide, well, just gives the winger an awful lot of space and scores the try. An important kick here now.
Well, important, Terry, you're right, but it's difficult. He's having the time of his life, is Danny Ward. Jamie Langley's helping out as well. So it's Samet with this very difficult conversion attempt to give the London Broncos the lead for the first time tonight. Back off. Just couldn't make it. Pulls it this side of the posts. Kieran Dixon's try though levels matters up inside the last 20, 14 all. If they were nervous a few minutes ago, Widnes, they must be even worse now.
I bet some of the supporters can't believe this. Rugby League season's an amazing time here. You know, the start of the year, the Vikings fans turned up here and saw the Widnes team beat Catalan Dragons 40 points to 12. They never imagined they'd be in this situation. The Dragons would be going to Wembley by the time we get to mid-August.
No, it's a funny old game, isn't it? And it is a funny old game.
You could see the messages from Francis Cummins there. He's saying to his players, or he's trying to get the message to his players to calm down. They look anxious, they look nervous.
Well, they know how
2 tries in. Absolutely, you've got to get off to a good start. You can't afford, when you're the Super League side, you can't afford to hand over 2 points against a championship team.
Particularly when you've only got 3 home games in the qualifying campaign.
And you've only won 3 games all year, Eddie, and you don't know how to defend leads when you're in front. You know how to close games down, whereas London know how to claw the way back into the games.
There's Peperangi again on the last tackle. He goes for length on the kick. Runciman's underneath it. Now they need something special from someone from somewhere, Widnes.
Well, you'd expect players. Liam Finn here now, that Peperangi they're limping with, he's just placed that kick. You'd expect one of the reasons for bringing Liam Finn in is for his experience, the voice. Man will have the legs that he had at the start of his career, but he's got the voice, he has the experience, the eyes. Can it have the impact that the Vikings need here now in the final 15 or so?
What an effort from marker by Eddie Batty.
Again, they're big players. He's involved in that play again. I think you need your senior players to step up. The likes of Dudson and Houston, Hansen, lead from the front. Pat Arban's trying absolutely everything. Carries that ball really hard into Hindmarsh's chest.
You also need your supporters behind you on a night like this as well, and the fans of Widnes getting a little bit impatient themselves, a little bit nervous themselves.
It's a terrific defensive effort from London Broncos, certainly grinding their way into this game. 65 minutes approaching now. At different periods during this side, we talked about the fatigue factor. It might be the Widnes side that have superior conditioning and fitness. Well, at this point here, it looks like London are pushing out in front.
Elliot Keir. Well, the four of their only 6 defeats in the championship for London have come away from home this year. Lee, Halifax and in Toronto, plus against Toulouse in the Summer Bash in Blackpool. But they've come into Widnes tonight with a fantastic record behind them. They've won the last 7. This is a high kick that Runciman has to deal with again, and well, he does well, doesn't he? Kieran Dixon gets in very quickly. Williams is struggling. We saw Peferangi not long ago. He's limping as well. They're putting everything into this, the Broncos, beginning Widnes an almighty fright.
I think there's a shoulder charge then, was it, from Jared Samet on Ashall Bott. Goes up to the youngster and apologises straight away. I mean, they're looking to apply pressure through the defence now. Not a dirty player, Jared Samet. He just mistimes that, goes over the top of Ashall Bott as he's trying to step back inside.
Well, Williams is being told by the referee to get up, get back in the defensive line. He's not allowing the play to stop.
He doesn't look like he can play on, does he?
He doesn't look like he's play acting, does he?
I don't know what purpose he can serve by staying on the field.
Well, only to attract Widnes down their left-hand side, but Widnes going up the middle right now.
Well, the signal's gone out to the sideline to change him over. He's not right. And you think that you'd take the ball away from him for a shot back at him.
Well, they need to speed it up. If you're making a change, make it now.
Here goes Gobb. Good tackle by Matt Davis. Matt Davis off to Warrington next year, by the way. This is Danny Walker, Chris Houston. Houston to Finn, looping pass over the top. Oh, he's gifted it to Dixon, and Dixon's going to go half the length of the field. Liam Finn's pass picked up by Kieran Dixon, and Dixon gets his second try of the match, puts London ahead for the first time tonight. Adds to the frustration of the coach and the players and the supporters. You can hear their reaction in the background. But Kieran Dixon has just put London ahead with just over a quarter of an hour of this match remaining. It's Widnes 14, London 18.
It looked like they were chasing the game then. They were all squared at 14 apiece. And when the ball goes over onto the left-hand side, you can see that he's looking for the space. He's looking to try and get the ball to Matt Whitley and Charlie Runciman. And Kieran Dixon knew that he had to come in and close that play down. The London players start to celebrate. It's been a big, powerful effort from everyone in a red jersey. And Kieran Dixon, well, he's come up with like we said before, a few mistakes, but that is the best of Kieran Dixon. He can read some players, and once he's in the clear, there's not many that's going to catch him.
Coaches have to make tough decisions, and with this one, decided to bring Liam Finn in, thinking he'd be the answer at the half-back. They have other options, I suppose, with Craven and Gilmore, but he's under the pressure here now. The player with the most experience we spoke about has shown an inexperienced, vulnerable pass, and it might just send the London fans home very, very happy on that motorway.
Well, they've got 12 and a half minutes away from giving Widnes a crushing blow and giving their own hopes of Super League next year an almighty boost. 14-18, this kick for a 6-point lead, a converted try with 12 and a half minutes remaining. That's what it is. Widnes 14, London 20. Liam Finn's pass picked up by Kieran Dixon, and the frustration and the anxiety is growing around the Halton Stadium.
Well, Liam Finn, for me, has had a decent game. He hasn't done too many things wrong. He had to make a decision. He had 2 players outside Kieran Dixon that he was trying to get the ball to. Ultimately, Kieran Dixon, as we've said, is such an exciting player. He takes an equally as big risk and gamble and comes away with the ball and then the try.
Well, there's still a long way to go. 12 minutes, 6 points, converted try, but they have to score twice, Widnes now, to get the victory.
And I don't think that this London side will close up shop.
Side that they know how to, do you?
No, the side that's used to scoring points, coming up with big tries from near their own end, and I think this lad has absolutely led from the front. He's been a standout performer. No, he's not scored the points, but he's created some.
Keir again.
4, move!
They have an almighty task ahead of them, Widnes, if they lose this. It would be a crushing blow. Ferangi again with a high hanging kick. Arvan's underneath it. Now Arvan has got all the experience in the world.
Eddie, there is still a long way to go in this game. I know what you're saying. You're asking, you're questioning the mentality and the resolve of this Widnes side. They do look like they're in a little bit of shock at the minute.
I'm fearing for them, Barry, if I'm honest.
There is a long way to go. Francis Cummins, his messages, his words, his advice for his players and his team is calm down. There is a long way to go. Let's get up the other end of the field and do what we do well.
Gubb is halted on tackle number 4. Here is Finn again. Safer pass this time to Mellor, but there's not much movement behind Mellor. They're all stood in a line. It's one-out rugby from Widnes at the moment. He's lost that ball forward. It's a knock-on, and London will get head and feed inside the Widnes half of the field. The ball came out and hit the London man straight in the face.
Well, when he comes out to the right-hand side, he's looking for Chris Ninu and Parvan. He goes back to the other side, and then Eddie Batty comes up with the tackle on Joe Mellor.
He's been outstanding tonight, Batty. He really has. So there was the big hit, and then Mellor tries to offload the ball, goes into the head of Daniel Harrison. And London Broncos get head and feed. And you know, all they need to do is work the ball downfield and ask Jared Salmon to pop over a one-pointer, and Widnes will be in even more trouble. This is Halliwell.
You could see that being the message, couldn't you? And then this effort from London has come about from sheer hard work in defence. Daniel Hindmarsh, the back row, has made 45 tackles in this game.
Ben Evans carts it forward again. They're in the middle of the field. Danny Ward passing the instructions down. This is a good run from Pelissier. He's been brought back on. Inside the 20.
Hold.
Ferangi is the first man there to receive, but he doesn't get it. From Walker, goes instead. Oh, it goes instead to Harrison, who tried to be a little bit clever with the ball out the back and has surrendered the possession to the Widnes Vikings. That's a bit of naivety, maybe.
Well, if it was a drop goal set, they did it all wrong, didn't they? I don't know whether Pelissier helped, did he, by scooting off on his first run to that side. But they're not a side who've needed a lot of drop goals so far this season, so maybe they weren't quite looking at that. They were more interested in a try, but they've got to be interested in defending now.
Well, they've got 8.5 minutes. Widnes to rescue this match. Here is Krishnan Inu. Flick pass from him out the back door, picked up by Charlie Gubb. Evans is all over him. So too is Halliwell.
Big effort again. You're just closing them players down. Even when the ball's offloaded, still switching on.
Harrison Hansen. 4. Down he goes, tackle number 4. They're only 30 metres away from their own line. Widnes, they need something special. Can Liam Finn provide it this time? Not on that occasion. 5th tackle, last one coming up. They're trapped inside their own half. Mellor with the kick. Pumps it towards the posts. Oh, and that's going to run dead. Oh, no, it isn't. I'll tell you what, Alex Walker was taking a gamble then. Nearly came off for him.
They needed a big kick as well, because when they were carrying the ball, they struggled to gain any metres. Just 22 in 5 plays, so that kick from Joe Mellor certainly helped the teammates out.
2. Move. Hold.
Jake Pitts again gets to his feet. Coming down the short side here.
3.
That's Elliot Keir. Samet at dummy half. They'll have a run at the defenders once more. Down he goes, tackle number 4. They're just inside their own half here, the Broncos. Pelissier. It's a short pass away once again to Batty. Those legs pump away, and he gets to within 40 metres of the Widnes line. Last tackle, though, here. Oh! Pelissier makes a fumble of it at dummy half. Knock on. It'll be the turnover. Now, this is a chance for Widnes.
That's a big, big chance for Widnes, because if this ball goes out wide and Jared Samet kicks it, well, Widnes are trapped down again near their own line.
I think it's a 20-metre difference, really effective, and that's about what they would have gained had he kicked it, wouldn't it? They probably would have trapped him much more than in their own 20 if you look at the game so far.
But when you are further down there, your own try line, the defensive line is a lot more congested. It's a lot tighter. Whereas now they're up near half, where London are spreading out a bit.
Heremiah at dummy half for Widnes. Gets it away to Charlie Gubb. That's another solid run from the big fella.
He's looked good, hasn't he, when he's carried the ball, Charlie Gubb.
Hansen gets it wide. Here's Matt Whitley. Whitley goes down 20 metres away on the far side of the field. Widnes is left. Wants to get on with it. Runciman finds Herremeyer. Herremeyer drags it forward once again. Goes down on tackle number 4, 2 remaining.
And they find a way using the speed of this fullback. Big orange boots on. Can they put it in his hands or they go to the left?
Haraki to Whitley. Matt Whitley bounces out of one tackle, but there are reinforcements there in red for the Broncos. The championship side running its blood to water tonight. Liam Finn with a crossfield kick. Could be all sorts of problems here. Could be all sorts of problems here as Inu gets the ball down. Krishnan Inu gets the ball down. The referee was unsighted though. This is going to go upstairs to video referee Robert Hicks. They've got no try on the field. That's an interesting decision. Maybe they saw a knock on in the fumble and the push and the shove to get the ball down, Stuart. Or was he offside?
Well, I'm not sure.
Or was he short?
I think he thinks he's short to start with. Well, first of all, you can see everybody's behind the line. Conveniently, he's kicked the ball on the line, so all the chasers are on side. And so we're all good to play on from here. We've got a challenge in the air. I think everybody's contesting the ball. It's actually played by London. So it goes back to tackle 1. And does Inu get the ball down on the line? Tackle still moving, still going. I think that might be down on the line. I think he's got some of the line in that on the way down. Only has to touch any part of that line. The ball only has to touch it, and I think he's got it down on the line. What does this angle show us? The ball's still live. I think the ball's down there, that's quite clear. This will be overturned. There's certainly sufficient evidence that that ball's on the line.
And there it is.
That's the point there. It's got to be on the line there.
Super zoom. And it might be a super 4-pointer for Widnes that will set us up for one hell of a finish. Robert Hicks's decision. Is it to try? And Widnes are alive again.
I'll tell you what it was, Eddie. It was a super kick with a left foot. You imagine, I don't know if you've ever tried kicking the ball with your non-dominant foot, which is what Liam Finn had to do when he was immediately closed down on one side. To put the ball exactly where he wanted it, had he kicked it with his right foot, his better kicking foot. Superb effort here now, and some pressure on the next kicker.
Very much so. Krishnan Inu has this kick to level the scores with little more than 5 minutes left to play. As I said, he was practicing these kicks from this angle during the pre-match build-up, and he never missed one that I saw. Takes a big breath. He knows how important this could be. Inu to level the scores. This for 20 all, 5 to go. Then we're in drop goal territory. And he has kicked it. Krishnan Inu, his nerve holes. 20 points apiece in the first match of the 2018 qualifiers. This is the lifeline.
Well, he started the season well, Krishnan Inu, scored in 5 tries in the opening 6 games, and that try must be one of his most important tries in his Widnes career, because that's just kept Widnes in this game and give him a lifeline as well. You said before about they need to win the home game as well. I think the fans now are going to get behind him.
Well, they've got to. 4 minutes, 20 seconds. And if Widnes get the chance of a drop goal, I'll bet my house on it, they'll take it.
And it'll be Liam Finn, the man who's going to try and direct the troops up to the centre field, but he's trying to get up the field and through this stubborn defensive line.
Here they come. Well, Haraki. Herremeyer behind him at dummy half. Harrison Hansen, one of the new boys brought in here to try and maintain Widnes's 7-year unbroken stand in the Super League. Looking to make it 8 in a row next year. Another good set defensively though from London. Here is Finn again. This time it's low, it's long. It stands though nicely for Alex Walker. Now Widnes will hunt the mistake if they can find one.
On both sides, one we wanted to give a penalty away, to give that field position away either. The quicker men getting involved now and looking to shift that ball to the try scorer, Kieran Dixon.
Good work from Whitley.
Goal 2.
This is a big set defensively from Widnes. It's a big set in the ascendancy if they can make it for London. Helliwell will get to his feet and play it. Oh, that was borderline from Hansen on Elliot Keir. Pelissier now gets the pass away. Mark Ioane over the halfway line. 5 tackles gone though now. Pelissier. Back he comes to Samet. Samet dabs it through. Ran into Houston. Was looking for a penalty. Didn't come. Here goes Ollie Ashall-Bott. He's been good tonight.
He's been outstanding, hasn't he? Jared Samet kicks that ball through, looking to come up with a play that no one's expecting.
He was looking for a penalty, I think, when he hit Houston. But Houston just stood his ground, turned his back, didn't move in his play in his direction of the right. Referee spot on. Here is Houston again.
And this is decent line speed again, isn't it, from London?
Will a draw be enough for either of these sides moving forward in the qualifying competition? 4 gone. I wonder if there'll be another drive. I was going to say down the middle, but Herremeyer not interested in that. Still going, Herremeyer. Now then, 30 metres out this play the ball. It'll come back to the 35-metre mark maybe, and there's a chance here for Mellor. He goes to the drop goal. Hardly gets off the ground. It's picked up by Alex Walker. Alex Walker, good run. Pulled back by Christine. Oh, and Charlie Gubb has done his knee. There's a problem there for the new boy, and his hands up immediately. Samet with a good run. Oh, he's in all sorts of trouble. There is Charlie Gubb as London take it forward with Jay Pitts. They're getting now within range of a drop goal. 3 tackles gone, 3 remaining. No need to panic. Batty takes it forward again. They're 20 metres out. There's 2 tackles remaining. 1 more drive and maybe. They're coming back to Peferangi. Gives it to Samet. And Samet has kicked the goal. Samet has kicked London ahead in the last minute of this match. Jared Samet makes it Widnes 20, London 21.
Well, good vision as well from Peferangi. It goes from one side. All the Widnes defenders are putting pressure on him.
Good.
And Jared Samet just in a pocket knocks it over.
How did he miss the conversion in the first half when he can drop a goal like that under pressure? It's an amazing piece of skill. It's exactly in the middle. We're going to get a very, very quick short restart here. Charlie Grubb has actually crawled off the field on one side here, down below the commentary position.
So the night has gone from bad to worse, and Walker claims the short kick-off. There's Charlie Gubb. He's in all sorts of strife. Went down immediately, clutched the knee. London have got 20 seconds to hang on to this 1-point lead and give Francis Cummins and Widnes the worst possible start to their qualifying campaign. Here goes Dixon. 2 tries tonight from him, pulled down by Runciman. Inside the last 10 seconds, there's going to be no comeback for Widnes here. Pelissier takes the tackle, waiting for the full-time siren, and there it is. There it is. And London and Danny Ward claim a famous victory. Their first against Widnes for 13 years here. They've lost the last 5 home and away against the Vikings. They've lost the last 5 visits to the Holton Stadium. But tonight, when it mattered, Danny Ward, who wanted his team to play with the smile on their faces, the smile that he's had on his face all night, and they have dealt Widnes the most cruel blow in their bid to stay in Super League in 2019.
Well, Danny Ward and Jamie Langley look like they've enjoyed themselves from start of the game to the finish, and the players, I think, have played with an outstanding attitude. Defensively, they were strong. They always thought that they could win the game. Talking to both of those coaches before the game, and they said, look, we're turning up here, we've got a right attitude, we're used to scoring tries, and we want to really ambush the Widnes Vikings. And Widnes Vikings, well, after that loss now, the pressure's on them for the next 6 games.
The pressure is, and they go to Salford next Saturday, live on Sky Sports in the afternoon for what will be an even more vital game. We've watched London's 2nd win over Super League opposition in qualifiers. They won 1916 at Salford in 2016. It has been even closer here tonight, 21-20. Let's find out who the Betfred man of the match is. He'll go home with a silver salver. Barry McDermott is with him, and it's the guy we've been praising all night, Eddie Batty, Barry.
Well, I've got the London Broncos front row forward, Eddie Batty. You've got the man of the match tonight. The viewers have voted you. Just tell us how special that performance was this evening.
No, massive performance. We knew we had it in us. We believe we can do it. We've been written off all year. We believe we had it in us. So we turn up here and we know if we play how we can test anybody at any level. So as long as we turn up, everyone gives 8 out of 10s, we've got a chance. And we just dug in right to the end there, and it proved that we've learned from that trip into Toulouse when we drew 20-all, and we've been working on scenarios in training, and it's paid off exactly as we trained, so we're very pleased.
Well, Eddie, you're a front rower and you've got a front rower coaching you in Danny Ward. He always has a smile on his face, but I know secretly he's a very angry man. How will he assess that performance?
No, I'm sure he'll be delighted. He's a great coach, and he's great to be around, and he's getting the best out of me. I'm playing pretty well at the minute, so it's great to him and Langers. They're both middles and they're both good mentors, so it's good.
Tell us what was going through your mind when Jared Samet is out the back. Peferangi gets the ball but passes it back to Jared Samet, the magician that he is.
Like I said, that's exactly how we trained. That's exactly how we trained it. So for it to come off like that and Jazz in the pocket there, you've got your money on him to slow it. So he's a great player and he's under pressure, he's quality. So yeah, I had money on him to slow it.
Well, good man. You've won the Silver Salver and the Betfred Man of the Match award. Which charity is the £250 charity donation going to go to?
I'll give it to Western Park, Sheffield Cancer Hospital. Cheers.
Thanks very much. Well done, Eddie. Well done, mate. Great stuff. We've got Liam Finn. Finney, obviously very disappointing. First game of the playoffs. Tell us what's going through your mind at the minute.
Gutted at the moment. Really disappointed, obviously. Just disappointed end to the game and disappointing involvement from myself to give a try away like that. It's just not good enough in these situations, and got a fair bit on the chin for that when we're winning the game and sort of in control, even though London were playing really well. So a lot of that comes down to me.
And that's the crucial question. To go into next week, you go to Salford next week, you potentially have to identify those things that have gone wrong. You feel like you have a good handle on that, you and your teammates and everybody?
Yeah, definitely. I know exactly what I did wrong. We're told not to do that during the week, and just spur of the moment thing, split-second decision that went wrong, and it's probably gone a long way to costing us a game in the end. And we gave ourselves a chance, got back in it, but probably just didn't finish as smart as we could have done. And obviously the team's in a bit of a rut, and it takes some getting. Does that first win, and unfortunately we couldn't get it today.
Well, thanks for your time, Liam. Go and join your teammates in the changing room. I've got Danny Ward, the victorious coach. Congratulations. Tell us your thoughts. How proud are you with that team performance?
Massive effort to come here, to come away from home, travel on the day and put in a performance like that was outstanding. Still trying his best to lose the game at the end, but yeah, we've been really proud of the boys today. It was a top effort. We played some football as well, and yeah, we showed up really well. We're on a bit of form at the minute. We're just got to continue that, keep working hard and continue that.
Well, you're stern-faced now, Wardy. You're stern-faced now. You were stern-faced when you walked up, and Eddie Batty said you're stern-faced during the week. You've done nothing but smile this evening. Have you enjoyed the match?
I really enjoyed it, mate. All right, nights like these. There must have a few more of these. They put me through it. We don't seem to have apart from the Barrow win. All these have been nervous, mate. Like I said, if I had it, it'd be gone. I've not got flowing locks like you, Baz, have I? But it's all the stress of it. If you'd have seen our drop goal attempts in the last month, it's been like we're kicking in welly bobs, and tonight we moved to miss it that one because it's a sail through, and it was outstanding. Like I say, proud moment, and like I say, lots of work to do, and we'll keep looking down, but it's a good start to the campaign.
And a very important fixture for you next week. You entertain the Leeds Rhinos down to your own growing. You must be looking forward to that.
Yeah, the champions are in town next week, and it's another big game, the quality side, quality individuals. So yeah, we've got to enjoy moments like these, enjoy tonight, and then it's back to work tomorrow ahead of a massive game and a very good opposition next week.
Well done, congratulations.
Cheers,
on the win. Great stuff.
Thanks,
we've got Jared Samet just waiting. Jared, obviously you missed that conversion fairly on in the second half, but my word, you stepped up and got the vital drop goal at the vital part of the game.
Yeah, I do that in my sleep, eyes closed, backwards, but today, I just wasn't on with the boot. Come to the drop goal, I don't think I've ever hit one sweeter in my career, so I'm glad it came off, and I thought the boys deserved the win today, so
something that's really evident to us as we're watching the game, you're watching the players interact with one another, is that harmony, that togetherness. Is there a belief you can really have a good go at these qualifying eights?
Yeah, we're quite close-knit team. We've been in this exact same situation for the past 2 seasons. Narrowly missed out. So I think we've prepared well, and we've had a really tough run into these eights now. So I feel that's put us in good stead. And as long as we just keep playing on our terms and turning the ball over on the way we'd like to, I can't see why we can't do better than the previous years and find ourselves in those top 4.
You are an exciting side to watch. 2 brilliant tries by the winger Kieran Dixon, but it was the work done by the middles that really set that platform.
Yeah, we've worked really hard all year, our middles. They lay the platform for us, and when you've got players on the edge like Kieran, I don't think there's anyone in the game that can catch him. So if he finds some space, good luck.
Well, Jared, thanks for your time. Good luck and well done on the victory.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Well, his kick will go down in history for the London Broncos supporters. A memorable victory here in the qualifiers of 2018. Okay, a reminder of the scoreline at the Holton Stadium. The home side down 17 consecutive losses now for the Widnes Vikings, and that has made their life so much more difficult. London, they get the qualifiers off to a winning start. Okay, let's have a look at the match stats. Well, the all-important scoreline will be the ultimate one for both sides. 86% completion rate for the London Broncos. That was consistent half-time, about 83%. 13 missed tackles for Widnes, 16 for London. Not so many on those. Handling errors, 10 for the Vikings, 6 for London. Pretty efficient with the ball. I'll tell you what, John, I left you the 6-0 half-time scoreline. It was important, you said, that London get off to a great start in the second half. They did just that.
Yeah, they did, and Danny Ward would have had a really positive half-time team talk, just been 1 try down at half-time. That cancelled out in the first couple of minutes, notwithstanding Jared Sammett's failed conversion attempt. Inner with a penalty, then Christine, and it had an ominous look about it, didn't it, for the London Broncos at 14-4, but then the first of 3 tries in a 9-minute spell, and there's 16 points unanswered on the scoreboard. Harrison with the first on 58. Dixon, following a lovely flowing move just after the hour mark, drew the scores level, and then Dixon again from that wayward pass from Liam Finn. We've heard his personal comments and willingness to accept responsibility for that in the post-match interviews with Barry McDermott. 14 points to 20. Inu's try got them square at 20 points apiece. There was a question mark over this from the video referee. Initial call sent up as no try. Sufficient evidence to overturn the on-field call. But this was the moment, I think, that everybody remember for a long, long time, particularly those from south of the Watford Gap. What a fantastic result.
The London fans will, the London players will. This is inside the London dressing room, and this is what it means to their side.
Yeah, he's a popular figure, he's Danny Ward. He's been down there for a long, long time.
Well, he took over from Andrew Henderson at the start of the year. People questioned whether or not London's momentum would come to a shuddering halt. It didn't. Ward has continued it on. Great start to the season for London. Blip in the middle. Well, I'll tell you what, they are on an upward trajectory at the moment. These are wonderful scenes for a club that has been through so much over the last decade or so. Of course, previously once of Super League. David Hughes, their owner, and the London players will be desperate. Oh, there's an infiltrator in that shot as well.
There's an infamous face, yes. You should probably cut away from that before he loses his trousers.
There's an infiltrator in there, okay. Look, I'll tell you what, I'm going to confess to something, John Wells. I left you at halftime with comments saying that I think I could see a way for Widnes to win this and win it with a bit to spare. As London went toe-to-toe with them in the second half, I still found myself favouring the Super League side. It's a bias I wasn't able to shift. I'm going to have to get rid of it now. It was a bias based on the fact that it was probably a higher salary cap spend than the London Broncos, and they had been through a more demanding competition than the London Broncos.
You did, and I can confirm that. You did say that you still fancied Widnes with a couple of minutes to go. I said under my breath, you couldn't hear it, about Jared Sammett scoring the winning drop goal. But what I will say is that if anybody was in any doubt at all about the dangers awaiting Super League teams in this year's qualifiers, they were extinguished, or they evaporated, didn't they? For me, on the hour mark. Now, the clip I'm going to show you...
You said you were going to show this regardless of the result, right? Okay, this was non-result dependent.
Yeah, but
I'm intrigued.
Because I think it encapsulates everything that the top end of the Championship bring to this competition, and that is a fearlessness that the London Broncos showed, as we will see now, in in really going at and attacking the opportunity that they had. It's in the build-up to Kieran Dixon's first try that drew them level on the scoreboard. So they get a bit of luck. They get a hand in there from Widnes. Now look at the speed with which London decide to move. Jared Samet, immediately, he's organising his troops on the outside. He's called a play. Look how far Cunningham comes into the marker. Look at the movement off the ball to get set for a play. This is immediately following a turnover. I said at half-time, the windows of opportunity are slim. The opportunities need to be taken, and boy, did Alex Walker choose the right pass there. We spoke, didn't we, at half-time about Cunningham and that those windows being slim and backing yourself in the moment. Well, Alex Walker, for me, delivered the most important pass of the game. It didn't win them the game, but it certainly set them on the course for what followed.
They got great return from Kieran Dixon and Rhys Williams. Of course, Williams with the break to set up Mark Oni's try. Look, as I said, 17 consecutive league defeats now for the Widnes Vikings. It is an extension of an unwanted club record. 9 of those have come under the stewardship of Francis Cummins. We can hear from him now. He's with an old teammate of his, Barry McDermott, pitch side. Barry, over to you.
Well, Francis, unfortunately, a loss for Widnes Vikings in the first round of this qualifying playoffs. What did you learn about your side this evening?
Oh, Baz, it's a difficult one because I think they started off well. You'd be a lot more assured. We knew that London had complete high, and I thought we was probably putting our best performance in. We had a little wobble in the middle. I think there's the run of losses. Probably we're just a little bit edgy within that. So I'm seeing improvement, but obviously I'm not happy with the loss. It makes it a hell of a lot harder. There's parts of it that are good. It's good. We're getting better, but it's not getting better quick enough.
The lads on the gantry and the lads in the studio felt that Widnes had the better of that first half. You went in 6-0 in front. Did you feel confident at that point?
Yeah, of course. I think we opened them up. I've not seen the replay. I think one of them, definitely the defence come from the outside, and I think that's probably not the right decision. But we had a fair share. I thought we was in charge of the game at that point. Didn't start the second half too well, and London started to roll us.
You started the game with players returning, a couple of players come in. Charlie Bott, who looked like he picked up an injury late on in that match.
Charlie, yeah, we had a look at Charlie. I thought Charlie went really well. I think we had Alzo there and played for a month who probably looked a little bit out of sorts, but that's what happens. Sometimes they come back, but not their fault. I think that a little bit in the ruck was slow. I think for both teams, I think they probably need to look at a little bit of that. But I was happy with Charlie. I thought he looked strong. He gives another dimension in that middle. But we were probably in other positions we were down.
Well, thanks, Francis. Thanks for speaking to us. Appreciate your time.
All right, Baz.
I have no reason to doubt that is an honest assessment by Francis Cummins of his side's performance. But, and it is a big but, if Widnes Vikings fans, John Wells, are looking back at that post-match interview and they hear words like improvement and we are getting better, they won't buy it. They will not buy it. They will not buy that performance in its totality is improvement or getting better by the Widnes Vikings.
Do you know the one word that popped out to me, and as you were scribbling, I was scribbling as well, and you wrote down steady improvement and getting better. I wrote down edgy, and that's what I saw. I saw a nervous team. I saw a nervous team today. I saw a team that was probably scared of committing themselves fully to the game, and that is born out of a long run of results and being low in confidence. But I will say this about Francis Cummins. He's a brave man because he walked into this job with his eyes wide open.
He did. Look what they've got coming up, John. They've got to go Salford away. They've got to go down to France to play Toulouse, obviously, away. And then they bring the champions, the Leeds Rhinos, who are even as the qualifiers, they're a formidable outfit. They come here to the Halton Stadium before they have Halifax here at home and then Toronto away and Hull Kingston Rovers away. I mean, that's a really difficult run of away games.
And hasn't the complexion of those upcoming fixtures completely changed now? There's no two ways about it. Widnes would have targeted this game with a victory to start this qualifying campaign. The wheels have not come off, but their job now looks the complexion of the job and the fixture list is completely different.
Well, the wheels haven't come off. The nuts are loose at the moment. I'll tell you what, who had his wheels on tonight? Kieran Dixon. Rhys Williams very good on one wing. Kieran Dixon dropped out of Super Leagues, back down with the London Broncos. Look, he's finished that well, but when you got his pace on the side and his anticipation, you're going to have a great chance.
Of course, and this is his real quality. He's blessed with natural pace. He's always had issues with ball control under the high ball in particular. It's probably curtailed his time in Super League, where there is less margin for error for those results. But I think certainly he's adding a lot in his second spell at the London Broncos, and boy, he's value for everything this evening.
I keep hearing the London Broncos players saying that they were written off in certain sections. Danny Ward's maybe referred to it. We did a Golden Point where we talked about London Broncos' chances, and our pundits, one of those, Brian McDermott, who just interviewed Danny Ward, wrote them off and said that they wouldn't make the top four. Not only did they finish second in the championship, they've got off to the qualifiers with a win against Super League opposition. John, what are we looking at for the London Broncos as a realistic target? £1 million game plays?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I don't think they're going to finish in the top 3 places. I think the dream for them would be 4th place. Everybody, there's dreams and there's goals and there's aims, and then there's realistic targets, isn't there? And I think probably the very best out of those that they could probably expect is a home draw in a £1 million game. But I mean, I think we've seen enough from this to suggest that this is going to be a very, very dangerous qualifying competition to be involved in.
We called it nerve shedding at the start. It's a roller coaster ride. Hope you're with us for every step of the way. Right, here's what we've got coming up for you over the next day or so. Okay, we got the Super League Golden Point. This is a special one. We've got Sean Edwards and Adrian Lamb, 7 p.m. on Sky Sports Action. Of course, the new coaches of Wigan Warriors for 2019, 2020 and beyond. And that precedes some Super 8 action. Wigan in action at home against the Castleford Tigers, 7:30 p.m. on Sky Sports Action. And then the champions of 2017, Leeds, are hosting Toulouse. We get a good look at what Toulouse can offer in the qualifiers. 3:10 on Sky Sports Action. 2 really fascinating games. Well, the night belongs to Danny Ward and the London Broncos. John Wells, thank you very much for your time. The qualifiers, as I said, have started with a bang. The Championship side have beaten a Super League side. Some major soul-searching for the Widnes Vikings. For the London Broncos, they've got their qualifiers off to a gallop.
Good ball, good try, the young full-back deserves that. Ollie Ashall-Bond. He bounces off one challenge, will get over for the try. London Broncos score first in the second half. Another short ball, Christine strolls in.